right here. And yeah, I'm not gone from YouTube. Just had a little bit of a extended vacation. So, for people who are new to my channel, my name's Harrison Godfrey, and I'm a huge fan of the Transformers franchise. If you saw my collection, you might lose your shit. Honestly, there's a lot of crazy things and I've been collecting for a while now. It's just there's some I missed out on, so I'm very happy to say that I finally got one on my Holy Grail list. So, it's time to say hello to Fortress Maximus. And it won't let me do that. So back and forth, back and forth. And that's a disappointment. I was going to turn it sideways once I started. But the show must go on. It don't want to work. So, I'm going to have fun with this. And for those just tuning in, I hope you're all doing great. It's a wonderful Labor Day, and everybody should be enjoying themselves. It's nice temperature out there. You know, I'm just very happy that I finally have time to unbox this bad boy. My collection can't come to my apartment. Unfortunately, I don't have the space. So I have to stop by my parents every so often here in the Big Apple, which, if you're coming from Brooklyn, kind of sucks. So like an hour train ride, it's no fun. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And oh yes, I have been waiting for this magnificent boy. This giant, big boy. It's time to unbox Fortress Maximus. Yes, I'm feeling high on energy because I have not done this in a while. Don't worry, Fortress Maximus, it'll all be over soon. The surgery will be painless. Just hang in there. You'll make it out of this. I swear. You'll get to go home and see your children, Cog and Six Gun, and whoever else lives on your big up body. Big old body. You know, like I said, this figure has been one that I've wanted that got away from me. I will say this. At one point, I was living out in Long Island, and this figure had just come out back when Toys R Us was still around. Rest in peace, Toys R Us. I know they're trying to make a comeback, but when they weren't dead in the water, I had seen this figure in stores, and I'm like, that would be an awesome figure, and I want it, but I've never collected a Titan class size figure. Would I even have the room to put it? Few years ago now. And now you see, I can't stay away. It's like an old friend coming to visit me after a long awaited return. So yeah, I had, you know. Oh my god, such a big boy. Oh my god. So exciting. And yes, I did read. Battery is not included. So, just remember, kids, always get batteries. So, and for those of you who don't know, I actually am very close with a YouTuber who I said, if I find it at this convention, I'm getting it. That was at TF Nation 2023. And, life was going all right around then. But it had always been a huge goal of mine to visit another continent, another country. Yes, Canada, blah, blah, blah. I've been to others, but I've never been across the waters. Anything attached to the U.S., But I needed more. I craved an opportunity to fly over the ocean. And lo and behold, me and Transformers Fan 5000 met. It was a cross of fate. No, actually, I auditioned for him back in 2017, and you know, it was a different time, no COVID. But it just made me realize that sometimes friends are not always at home base. Sometimes they could be all over the place. And as a kid, I had friends who were into Transformers, but none really as much as me. And just it's nice to know that I have always wanted to go to Transformers conventions when they used to be a big thing, and yes, they still are. But this overseas trip made it all the more worthwhile to do it. But like I said, I went. It was an amazing time. I finally got to meet this man, but no Fortress Maximus. Until then, I saw later that year it's being re-released. I'm like, click, click, Big Bad Toy Store, click. Okay, it's on pre-order. Good. So I was waiting till March when it said it was going to release. Then it said July, and then it said August, and it finally came out. You know, just a year later than when the pre-order for the re-release was happening. Not fun. Did not enjoy that. So yeah, but I definitely was glad I got to meet Daniel. He's a great dude, and I'm glad I have a good friend in this man. I also will say that he did go to TF Nation 2024 without me. And it's fine. It's fine. It's not like I have any emotional attachment to the first time I went with someone. But anyways, I am glad he still went. I know he was on the fence about going, but I'm happy he made that last minute choice to go without me. The betrayal. Nah, I'm very happy that he went. To be honest, I was so glad to meet him, but it was his first time too there, and I was just like, I feel like I'd love to come back and do this again, but it costs a lot of money to go to England. Yes, yes, it does. So I just felt like I had to just do it while I could. And so doing it once, that was a huge thing on my bucket list as well. But, you know, like I said, I was so happy to meet him. And it had been a long time coming. But no Fortress Maximus. So the trip wasn't how do I say, complete success. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm so happy I met Daniel, aka Transformers Fan 5000. Yes. It is very wonderful when you meet friends who are into the same stuff as you. Not always the easiest thing to find on the East Coast, the West Coast, or anywhere besides home base. But there are definitely people who are into the same stuff as you, and that is a good thing. That's a really good thing. It is. It is. Now, how the heck do you put in these back? Let's see. Okay, so I need to put batteries in said compartments, but I do not know. I will say though, back when Titan's Return did come out, the toy line that this was a part of, I had seen so many of these cool figures from Generation 1 that I had. I'm not old enough to remember G1 when it was out, but I did always make a huge deal to always watch it at some point. And I finally did. And I loved the Bayverse films. You know, don't get me wrong, but they're not for everyone. And with time, I've kind of realized that they're not as homage to the original Transformers as I originally thought. So it is nice. It truly is nice to know that I could see them after the 80s. Because being a 90s baby, I just missed it. But it's all good because I found a way to watch it. And, you know, even though I was more connected with the Armada series when I first started, because that was the first Transformers cartoon I watched, I still fell in love with G1. And to learn where the idol, the man, the myth, the legend Peter Cullen, who was the original Optimus, who when I first saw the Bayverse films, I was like, who's this? Who this motherfucker? But lo and behold, it was someone who I had idolized their character. And to meet the Generation 1, the man who started it all, Peter Cullen, I was like, that's the perfect part. Not just to grow up with Armada, but to meet the man who started it all. As I went on to conventions, years go by, I hadn't really gone to a Transformers convention, ever, till 2017. I was in California for a family event, and I just I think we were staying at a hotel, a Marriott or whatever, and during the times that the family event was not happening, it was lucky enough that we were able to fit in TFCon 2017. And I had always been a huge fan, and I never really knew how to attend these times. Back growing up, I really had, New York Comic Con, and maybe one or two cons here and there, but I never fully understand how to, approach a Transformers convention because, that's like the ultimate fan base I'm all about. I just, I didn't really. I was also going through a time where conventions weren't a huge thing for me. I was away at school in Connecticut, and I didn't really have the opportunities to come home all the time, and it was hard. I kind of, was away from my folks, and that did stink. It really did. But in the end, it gave me a lot of independent skills, like learning how to live independently. From learning how to keep my own household, to doing cleaning, to doing cooking, to not being financially responsible. Well, that's still a work in progress. But hey, I still got Transformers, and I need to get work again. I mean, I did try going back into the workforce, but I got a few more things to do. It's it's about time instead of me just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do it. Oh, I'm gonna work on myself." It's time that I started doing that, and I'm happy that I did because I wouldn't have necessarily believed it as much if I didn't have to IRL see myself stumble and fall in the workplace. And you know what? It's fine. It's fine because if I didn't see it in real time, I know I was kind of slacking on looking for work, but that doesn't mean that I didn't want to go back. I just felt like I was enjoying time, being free, not with work. And especially since I chose to leave my other job for mental health reasons, which, I think we all go through mental health problems. It's a pain in the ass to deal with, I just gotta say. And you know what? For years I have been choosing to help my friends first, which is awesome. But at what cost? I ended up trying to be the people pleaser and care for everyone else before myself, which also made it that much harder to care about myself. And so, you know what? That journey's not over, and hell, it hasn't even gotten that far off the ground. But I've finally given myself a little credit where credit is due. We all go through life trying to help others. Well, some people do. And the people who care enough about their friends and family that they want to put whatever they're doing on the line to be with you, it's awesome. But I was doing that, one, because I liked being with friends. But two, I didn't want to handle my own shit. And you know what? It's fine. Because everything that happened a year or so ago, oh, Jesus, it made noise. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah. Shut up, Mortis Maximus. I know. I got spatter. Oh, my lord. I did not know flipping his helmet would literally cause that. Why? Let's try that again. So, mental health is always a huge issue. And like I said, I'm just starting that journey. It's not even very far ahead. I just, it's time I do some good for myself rather than taking care of everyone else first and then me choosing to put me in last. Because if I do that, then I can't even take care of myself. And if I can't take care of myself, how the hell am I supposed to take care of my friends and family? Well, some people are like, what's the secret to life? Let me tell you, there is no secret. Adulting's hard, and mental health is very important. As someone who always wanted to help others with their mental health, I chose to do that over my own stuff. And, I think it's just one of those things that I've learned. If you put off your own crap, you'll never get to the stuff that really matters, which is you. Sure, some people can be selfish and say, you shouldn't be caring about you. You should care about others first. But here's the thing, I couldn't even deal with my own stuff, and I was taking care of other people. So they felt good. I felt good. I also felt like I didn't have to deal with my own stuff. But yeah, it did not really help. And as time went on, I started being more angry, shaking my fist at the world, like everybody's wrong, I'm right. But you know what? It also kind of made me feel like I didn't have a lot of courage and self worth. And that's why I also took a huge break from YouTube. And I'm still working on it. You know, mental health is a journey that I put off for long enough. And, I will say to all my friends, family, and supporters out there, ooh, in a different place, you know, we can all try and put off our own stuff because we want to help everyone else, but we also don't want to deal with our own stuff. Don't let it sit forever because the truth is, some people go their entire life without wanting to change a single thing about them because they think they're right and life has done nothing and they have been in pain the whole time. Some people are like that, but also there are some people who, if you get the right support from them, you can have really good allies. And trust me, I love helping my friends, and I still do. I chose to do all of that to hide my own shit, and you can't do that forever. You can't run away from your problems forever. I tried just because I wasn't ready to deal with it, and you know what? It put me back a little bit, but it's times like these that I realize, all the anxiety about, making another YouTube video or doing something on YouTube. I was just worried other people were gonna, the haters. But you know what? I also finally realized that I can't always worry about the haters. And if I let what they say in comments drag me down, how will I ever be able to express myself again? It's not fun when I can't express myself. But I've been doing better with that, so just the the healing process and stuff. Oh boy, don't fall. Do not fall. This Titan cannot fall. Huh, Titan fall. I'm sorry. Gaming humor, if you will. So I really do want to do the stickers, but I also don't. It's like they're really shiny. And it might be ADHD in me, though, but I like the shiny. But I also feel like I should mess around with the figure a little bit. So let's do that. I was able to put in the batteries. Now, if only I could figure out where this doohickey goes. I know it must be painfully obvious, but I'm blind. It doesn't go. No, it don't go there. So why? Why? Where the heck would this go? I swear I've seen this in videos before. And I really don't want to look it up online. I know I can figure it out. I I have the ability to figure out a lot of things. Aha! I figured it out. It goes on his which leg? Left leg. Ah, there we go. I got it. It goes on his left leg. Little side pouch. Yeah, so the little side pouch. Yeah, to carry all of his Titan Masters and other friends. You know, like I said, life's messy, and you can't always worry about other people. I did that for long enough because I didn't want to deal with my own shit. But you know what? Realizing that I still do have talent and that I can't let the haters pull me down, no matter how many times I feel like I'm going under, I do feel creativity for a long time because of self worth and stuff and mental health. You know what? I realize if I just go through life telling myself I don't have any talent, when in fact I do, and I've shown it enough, that I could do things and that I could be confident in what I do rather than harp and bitch and moan on what I did wrong or what I could have done better on, rather than take the success in. I came up with this phrase all the praise in the world means nothing if you can't truly believe it. And while that is true, it was very hard for me to believe because I didn't care enough about myself that I was doing good. No, I was like the hypercritical father or the meticulous father was like, "Oh, son, you did bad with this," or you could have done this, or you should have done this. I gave myself all the reason to beat myself up, and my dad always says, "Don't beat yourself up. Let me do it for you." And it's a funny phrase. Good thing he's never actually done that. Me and my dad have a really strong bond, and I care a lot about him and my mom. But because they were my parents, I just felt like their praise was biased. But, they've had family friends come and see me in plenty of shows with a theater company I'm involved with. But, I also started doing voiceover on YouTube back in 2017. That's when I started getting those things. And, over time, I'm still very grateful to all the YouTubers who gave me that first shot, who continue to use me in their projects. And mental health is a journey, and life is a highway, and it goes all night long. But I think I've kind of realized that I should be happy with what I've done, and I can't always worry about what I haven't done or what I need to do better on. I just need to start acknowledging the small wins. And, he gets it. Rock on. Rock on, dude. Rock on, Fortress Maximus. Rock on, my dude. But, yeah, I was just basically unboxing the figure, talking a little bit, and, messing around with it. But, like I said, I had just been dealing with a lot of self doubt and worrying about everyone else's opinion. I have been wanting to come back to YouTube for a while now. I just haven't had the courage and motivation. I just also think it's important to realize with the friends I've made through this fandom and just in general over the years now, that there are people out there who give a damn about things you like. Like, to be honest, I had friends in school who liked Transformers, but no one as die hard as me. So it just felt weird for a while. And the fact, though, that I could play Transformer characters in so many fan projects, from Transformer Fan 5000 to Mark Creation Studios to All Hail Megatron 1K um, to TF Concepts, think TFP Concepts. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm in your Discord and I can't remember the exact spelling. Suffix. And it's just been wonderful to work with people like that and other people too, like JJ Murdoch. I even spoke to MP Cons, on a live stream of his, and he's really cool. I'd followed his projects for a long time. Transformers Ascension was a friggin' icon for Transformers um, fan projects. Always thought it was pretty top notch. No, wait, that's Crosshairs. Brain fart. Darkness within. Darkness within is empty cons. Crosshairs is ascension. Ah, my brain don't want to work now. But yes, I had fun talking to empty cons. Heard about his subscriber special. I did mention that I wanted to try out, but the turnaround time I felt would have been too fast, and because I wasn't quite back where I wanted to be, I didn't want to put myself out there with a new YouTuber I could work with and not follow through and put the work in that should be put in because I care. I do care. I just feel like life doesn't give me a lot of time to be at peace with things. I have just a lot of anxiety about a lot of things in life. And yes, adulting's hard. And yes, I ain't super old yet, except 30 is gonna be a little weird. Saying that I'm decades old. God, December's gonna be a pain. I can't believe it's almost 30 years of my life. Whoa. Just whoa. Like I said, I just have made lots of friends in this community. And though getting back to Transformers Ascension, I did meet Crosshairs Productions at TFCon, uh, TF Nation 2023 when I met my friend Transformers Fan 5000. I met so many UK YouTubers that I had always wanted to meet, and I just learned that they were there as well. And it was just like, these are the people I want to be with. The fans of the same franchise I've always been into, no matter what continent, no matter what country, no matter what state, no matter what damn city. If I can find people all around the world who I can connect with about something I love, then it's worth fighting for. And like I said, I'm still working on myself. And I do have lots of plans for new projects and things coming up. I just need to build up my motivation and courage to actually follow through on things that make me happy. And doing projects and doing creative things does make me happy. But I shot that ship down so many times in recent years that I didn't accept what I was doing as okay. And now I'm coming to a corner where I'm finally coming back from it. I will say, life at the end of last year and some personal medical changes just helped open my eyes to a lot of things I had been burying and the self doubt and the hatred and all that crap. But I still love to be creative. I still do voiceover, and it's a lot of fun. But I honestly think that anyone can do voiceover. It's something though that you have to practice. And you know what? It's a real fun thing to do. So I just thought I'd say hot diggity dog. See y'all real soon. And that's the live stream.